All right, we are here with Bob Ambrogi. Bob is, an avid blogger, avid podcaster. Now, I want to know, what do you think? Where do you think social media is playing into the law more and more? We're obviously seeing it in this expo room. A lot of these companies are using social media to their advantage. Where do you see it all going?
Well, I see it continuing to grow, obviously. I mean, it's, a few of us, Kevin O'Keefe is standing right over here, have been on the leading edge of this, but now it's really going mainstream, and I think that lawyers are understanding that the power of social media as a tool for marketing, as a tool for managing knowledge, for acquiring knowledge, is just phenomenal. I mean, it's everything that lawyers used to do in a bricks and mortar world, gone digital and on steroids, and it's a really powerful tool. So it's really catching on, and it'll continue to grow.
From last year to this year, do you see a lot more activity in that realm? I mean, has it grown significantly over the past year?
Oh, absolutely. And the activity has grown, and the interest has grown. What's changed is that everybody is at least asking about it now. If they're not doing it, they're at least asking about it. Whereas a year ago, a lot of people still hadn't even heard the term blog. There's still a lot of lawyers who still don't know what you're talking about when you talk about a blog. But for the most part, they know about it, they're curious about it, and they're trying to figure out whether it's right for them.
All right, and in terms of Twitter, you're on Twitter? Are you not?
I'm on Twitter.
Do you expect more and more lawyers to start using that? That's kind of on the edge of their comfort level at this point.
Well, I'm an advocate. I wrote an article called Tweet 16 where I've laid out 16 reasons why I think lawyers should be using Twitter. I think it's a much more versatile tool than it appears to be on first glance. And it is one of those things that's awfully hard to explain, like pornography, I guess. You have to dive in and start doing it and figuring it out. But certainly it is growing quickly. I mean, the number of lawyers on Twitter, as you guys would well know from your Lex tweet, has just grown dramatically just since, say September or so to now. And that'll continue to happen. The question is, will it peak or not? Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
Let me jump in and ask Bob one other question. We were talking today about law firms who are actually asking you to come out and talk to them about social media, where maybe that hadn't even happened before. So you're now seeing managing partners or partners in law firms that want you to come out and address the issues. What are they looking for information on?
Right. Well, I guess you can kind of say we're moving up the age scale in the law firms. I mean, obviously, younger lawyers are more likely to be using social media. The law firm, what's happening is the law firm marketing people, I think, are largely driving this. The idea that some of the more senior lawyers in the firm need to start to understand social media and get involved in it. We were talking earlier, I've gone in on a number of occasions and met with law firms and met in particular with some of the I don't want to say older lawyers there, but yes, older lawyers our age. They're wanting to understand why they should be doing it, how they can do it, what they might expect to get out of it.
What's it? I mean, so you're saying social media, so managing partners listen to you and they're saying, hey, social media may be worthwhile, but what does that mean?
Well,
what are you using? What do you do?
Well, we're talking about the full umbrella, and it depends. I mean, as you well know, I think probably, for me, social media is an umbrella that encompasses, a full range of tools for engaging in a broad conversation with people online, and that's everything from social networking and professional networking sites to blogging to podcasting to video to Twitter, and so I think. I don't tend to say there's one right answer in that, and I know you wouldn't either. And so sometimes I'm trying to give them a look at the umbrella and at what some of the components are that are under that umbrella so they can try and decide for themselves what's right for them and what's right for their purposes.
Do you ask them?
Sometimes it's very specific. I mean, sometimes they want to know, what's LinkedIn? How do I get on LinkedIn?
Right. Do you find that these good, well-established law firms that may have poo-pooed some of these things before are now saying we should probably begin to test them? Are you advising them to begin to test whether it's blogging, LinkedIn, other social networking sites? What do you when they're saying, Bob? What should we do? How should we get into this? What do you tell them?
Well, absolutely. I mean, as a the first answer to that is, if nothing else, if you're not on LinkedIn, you need to be on LinkedIn, and every lawyer in the firm needs to be on LinkedIn. I mean, my feeling right now about LinkedIn is that it's a powerful tool that can be used for a number of purposes. But first and foremost, you have to think about it as kind of today's version of the telephone directory. More and more people are going to LinkedIn to find professionals or to find information about professionals. Where they used to go to, say, Martindale Hubbell to find out about lawyers, they're going to LinkedIn now. Where they used to go to Yellow Pages years ago, they're going to LinkedIn now. So if nothing else, you need to be listed on LinkedIn, and you need to be managing your profile and taking responsibility for your own profile and keeping it up to date on LinkedIn. And from there, it's an adventure.
Wide open.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Good to talk to you.